Hey y'all, it's your girl Nikki. I am back. This is part 2 of my clean girl aesthetic. This time we are putting a little bit of makeup on. This is a step up from the first video that I did. But before we get started, you know what we need to do. Please like, subscribe, share with someone that this video could possibly help spread the news, and we want to just increase the members of our community. And before I got on camera, as you guys can see, my skin is pretty glowy. I've already done my skincare routine, which is already in the first Clean Girl Aesthetic video. I will link that video below so you can see the products and the steps that I used. I also put on my brows. As you guys can see, I just fill in the sparse areas. I didn't clean up or anything like that. It's a very simple, minimalistic, just clean, natural looking brow, and I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. That's it. Now the first step to this look is using the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I'm using this in the shade Maple. As you guys can see, this is a little bit darker than what I look like. I like a bronzy look. I don't have much discoloration on my skin. It does help to conceal some of the spots that I have, but I don't really have to worry too much about that. If I put any makeup on it, it pretty much disappears. So I'm just using this concealer on my fingers like lotion. Okay. And I'm going to just, I kind of start in the middle of my face because that's where I need the most coverage under the eyes, like most of us do. And then I just work it in pretty much. Like lotion. The purpose of this is literally just evening out my complexion. That's it. So for the girls who have a lot of discoloration, my suggestion would be to color correct before you do this step. I want this, by the time I'm done, I'm really rubbing this in because I don't really want this to look like I have on makeup. It should look like a second skin. Covering my eyelids, being a little bit more gentle underneath the eye area. Like I said, that's where you want a little bit more coverage for the most part, and kind of just spreading it out, moving away from the center of the face. If you need extra coverage, go ahead and put it on those spots that need that extra coverage. I don't know if y'all can see, I have that here. So I may do something like this. I have two little spots, and I will take my finger and slightly press it. I don't really want to spread it around because I want to keep the product in that area. So as you can see, we're even, right? I don't really look like I have makeup on. And on camera, it honestly looks like more makeup on camera, but in person, it really doesn't look like anything. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blush, just using a round fluffy brush. It's like a medium size brush. And I'm using the MAC blush in Dolly Mix. It doesn't matter what blush you use, honestly, or what brush, as long as it's like a fluffy enough brush, because you want this to look natural. You don't want a dense brush so that it picks up just too much pigment and it doesn't look natural. So I'm just putting it on the high points of my cheek, like so. And this blush has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So I'm just adding a little bit of color to my face. That's it. Now, I'm using that same RCMA powder that we used in the last video, what I showed you guys. I have the bottle now. So I'm going to take that underneath my eyes and on my smile lines, because I want to make these areas matte. This is going to add youthfulness back to my face, and it's not going to pick up the shine in those areas. Can you see the difference? Where I'm putting this translucent powder is the places that I don't want shine to pick up. Smile lines. It's going to absorb the light and give that lifting, youthful effect. That's the purpose. When you keep your face glowy, in the areas that you keep it glowy, it will reflect the light. So you see that, the shininess. So in these areas, I want the light to be absorbed and look matte and flat. And on the other areas of my face, I want to keep glowy. Now my forehead tends to get a little oily in my nose. I'm just going to take the remainder of what's on my puff. This is the same puff I used in the last video. And just put a little bit of powder so I'm not too shiny, because I will get a little bit shiny in those areas throughout the day. Now, I did not set my eyebrows, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take a little bit of that same powder, and I'm going to go over my eyebrows so that they don't move. And I also go over my eyelids too with the remainder, because my eyelids tend to get a little bit oily. My chin, just a little. It's just what's left. Okay, so can you guys see? Now, y'all, I'm not going to show you what this looks like because it's broken apart, but it does not matter. It does not matter what highlighter you use. You can use whatever you want. I use this Natasha Denona Super Glow highlighter. You can use whatever you like, doesn't matter. And I'm going to just add some additional glow because I like to glow. I want it underneath my brow bone. This is personal preference. If you like your skin to look glowy and hydrated, do this step. If you don't like all that shine, you can skip this step. Also, if you have a lot of texture, you need to be very careful with highlighter, because remember what I said about glowiness and reflecting the light. So if you have glowiness in areas with texture, it's going to show the texture more. So you want to mattify the areas that you don't want that texture to show. And I'm just putting it right on top of that blush. Center of my chin. I went down the bridge of my nose. And y'all, see, I like this because it literally just gives like that youthful, I just look like I just drank my water and minded my business. That's all I do. This look it's giving like I'm on my business. I drink my water. I do what I'm supposed to do. Life is good. And then I just take I use a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now, this is also preference with how much you put on. So completely up to you. I like to get it real close to the root. I didn't curl my lashes. I should have, but I'm not. I don't feel like it at this point. But you can also curl your lashes to give your lashes more of a lifted and, you know, lifted effect, and the lashes will look longer. And make sure you get every lash. Now, recently, I've only been doing my top lashes, and that's because throughout the day, those bottom lashes, it's like the mascara will melt onto like my under eye area, and I don't like that. It just like the particles will fall, and it makes it look dark. I don't want to look like I have a black eye, so I've just been keeping the mascara on the top. And I turn my wand vertically so I can get the most product and like push it through the root. This has been my go-to summer look. I think this is just going to be my go-to look, period, because it wins every time. It looks so natural and just pretty. It's effortless, and it only takes a few minutes. So, as y'all can see, I did, you know, however many coats of mascara. Personal preference. I feel like this side of my lashes need to be darker for whatever reason. Anyway, so super pretty, right? Last step, and this literally does not matter. I am a lip gloss girl. I just grab whatever lip gloss I can find. It doesn't matter. If you like lipstick, whatever you like on your lips, wear that. I just like to keep it. I just like to make it look like I didn't try, but it's like, yeah, you tried it because you thought that I didn't know what I was doing. It's like, no, this is just how I look, you know? That's the look I'm trying to give off, like, you know, just a little something, you know, 5-minute face. And ladies, it's a little secret, okay? The men love this look. They love this very natural. They love it, okay? So if you're looking, if you're going out, if you're trying to get the attention of a guy, this is the look. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so this is the completed look. As y'all can see, it's minimal, very minimal effort. Like I said, I know that my skin, you know, I don't really have a lot of imperfections. However, you can take this look and tailor it to whatever concerns you may have. If you have some discoloration, just color correct before you do those steps. If you have acne, or if you have texture, mattify in those areas that you have that texture, because you don't want the reflection to pick up that texture. Okay, so thank y'all for listening. Please make sure you, once again, share this with somebody who may need some help, because I'm here to help y'all. If y'all have any questions, please, you know, comment down below, shoot me a message, send me an email, and I will list all the products that I use, and I will link the first video as well, so you can see the skincare steps that I do before I do the makeup. So thank y'all for listening, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.